We're going to be doing a New Year celebration trip along Pennsylvania 26. Come on, let's go! Alright everyone, Happy New Year! And to start off the new year, we're going to be doing Pennsylvania Highway 26. Pennsylvania Route 26 is a state highway that runs in central Pennsylvania, going through some small Pennsylvania towns, along going through the city of State College, and actually runs right next to the University of Penn State. It is a odd state highway as it actually starts at the state border and not at any other state highway junction. So let us get started with Pennsylvania. But first, you're watching The TheDerpHog, where I make highways content on all sorts of different topics. If you've been enjoying it, be sure to hit that like button. And if you've been really enjoying it, be sure to smash that subscribe button so you're notified on all future videos. And if you really want to help out the channel, become a member today where you get custom cool emojis, early access to future videos, along with one free extra request per month. And if you don't want to become a member, you can always just pay $3 for a intersection request in future videos. Those highways will be listed down in the description below, and I'll make sure to shout you out when that video releases. So let's get on with the highway. As you can see here, this is the map of Pennsylvania 26 as it starts at the Maryland and Pennsylvania border, or runs through the central portion of the state, ending all the way up here at a junction with Pennsylvania Highway 50 outside of Howard. So with that, we're going northbound on Pennsylvania 26. So we're actually going to begin here on Interstate 68 in Maryland, because if you take exit 68 here on Interstate 68, Orleans Road, it'll lead you to scenic US Highway 40. And if we turn right onto eastbound scenic US 40 or the Old National Pike, it will take you over to this road here, which will eventually turn into Pennsylvania 26. And after following that random county road, here we are at the Maryland and Pennsylvania state line, where we just get a mention of Fulton County and Union Township, and sadly no welcome to Pennsylvania sign. And further up the road, we're now getting a reassurance shield for Pennsylvania 26, so that is awesome to see. Here we meet with Pennsylvania Highway 484, and on Pennsylvania 484, we're now getting our first control city of Everett, which is a good choice, because there's like practically nothing here in south central Pennsylvania. And on our first mileage line, we do get Everett as our primary from 27 miles away still. And here we are now going under the Pennsylvania Turnpike, as we do not have an interchange with it, sadly. And here in Earlston, we're now still getting signed for Everett, even though we haven't made it there yet. Like, come on. Here in downtown Everett, we meet with Business US Highway 30 getting signed for Bedford and Breezewood respectively. While we're going to be joining with Business US Highway 30 westbound, I do not like to see Breezewood on any sort of highway at all, especially if it's for a business route of a major US highway. That Breezewood should definitely be Chambersburg, PennDOT, no need to sign Breezewood. Here's where we split off from Business US Highway 30, as we're going to be heading north towards Huntington now. And here we meet the road that will take you over to US 30 proper, as it's also getting signed for Breezewood. No, that should be Chambersburg. Well, we're now getting signed for Huntington from 43 miles away, along with Raystown Lake. Here we get an odd looking mileage sign. We get a one-liner for Huntington from 43 miles away, and for some reason Raystown Lake does not get a distance at all. We're just stating Raystown Lake. Like, is it a attraction PennDOT, or is it a town that we're already in? Like, how far away are we from Raystown Lake, or the road that'll take you to the lake? Like, this is confusing. And then further up the road, we meet with Pennsylvania Highway 36 at Southern Terminus, and right away it's been signed for Altoona, which is an awesome choice. And here we get an odd looking mileage sign. PennDOT, are you okay, bro? Why do we have Huntington on the top line from 37 miles away and Hopewell from 5? Like, this is just, are you okay? Further up the road, we meet with Pennsylvania Highway 164, and that'll take you up towards Martinsburg, Pennsylvania. And here we get another mileage sign, and we get Huntington still as our primary from 22 miles away. And here in Huntingdon, we meet with US Highway 22. And no, Pennsylvania 26 does not become concurrent with US Highway 22. In fact, it goes through the town itself while US 22 bypasses the city. So this is just one confusing sign. Here's a cool view of downtown Huntingdon. And once we get further out from the city, we get another mileage sign. We're now getting signed for State College, which is an awesome choice. And then further up the road, we still get a mileage sign with State College as being our primary from 15 miles away. And now we're going to be concurrent with Pennsylvania Highway 45, as we're going to be heading towards State College in Boalsburg, while 45 westbound is going to be heading towards Water Street. Here we get a one-liner for State College on the top line in Boalsburg from 6 miles away. Oh boy, don't you love mileage signs where both places are only 1 mile apart. And this is where Pennsylvania 26 and 45 used to split off, as that sign looks completely weird. It looks like that the arrow is about to shoot off a laser or something. Plus that intersection would look completely dangerous. Glad they changed it to just a normal stoplight here. And after splitting off from Pennsylvania 45, we now get Bellefonte as our primary from 15 miles away. Now it's okay to see on Pennsylvania 26, but not Interstate 99. Skipping ahead to downtown State College, we meet with US Highway 322 business here in downtown. And then further up the road, we now get Pennsylvania 26 with a reassurance shield for 2 US 322, 2 US 220, and 2 Interstate 80. Oh, if we haven't mentioned of 2 Interstate 80 already, please help us all. And here we get a mileage sign with Bellefonte as our top line from 10 miles away, and Milesburg now as our primary from 13. Also, this picture was taken by Quartermunch 437 because he actually lives in this area, and Pennsylvania 26 is actually one of his hometown highways. So thank you for this picture and the few next ones I'm going to be showing. And here we have another one of Quartermunch's pictures as Pennsylvania 26 is meeting with 322. I do like that westbound control city of Phillipsburg. And for that eastbound, that should definitely be Harrisburg instead of Lewistown. I know Lewistown is literally like the next major town 322 passes through, but 322 is basically like a freeway all the way down to Harrisburg, so Harrisburg should definitely sign here. And here we get another mileage sign. Now we get Pleasant Gap as our top line from 7 miles away, and Bellefonte has become our primary once again. And here we meet the southern terminus of Pennsylvania Highway 150, which will take you up to Bellefonte, as we're now getting signed for Pleasant Gap, which is an okay choice. Pleasant Gap is decently sized before you join with Interstate 99. And here we get another mileage sign, and we're still getting to a mention of 2 Interstate 80, with Lock Haven now as our primary from 31 miles away. I do like that choice of a control city. Here in Pleasant Gap, we meet with Pennsylvania Highway 144, getting signed for Lewistown one direction and Bellefonte for the other. And we also now get a mention of 2 Interstate 99, so that's pretty cool. And here we get another mileage sign, and we still get Lock Haven as our primary from 26 miles away. Now we're going to be meeting Pennsylvania Highway 64 here, which will take you towards Zion, and we're now going to be joining with US Highway 220, Interstate 99, as we head towards Interstate 80 and State College. Yep, this is totally, truly a PennDOT moment right here. I mean, I guess you can make an argument for Williamsport, as it's not a terrible control city, as that's where 220 will be going once it splits off from Interstate 80. But that westbound control city for Interstate 80 westbound, like, do boys even know where that is? Like, come on, man, why are you signing a town that no one knows of, PennDOT? And further up the road, Pennsylvania Highway 26 meets a connector road that will also take you over to Interstate 80. And if we take a look on this road, we can see that Interstate 80 is now getting signed east for Lock Haven. So they go from Williamsport to Lock Haven. Like, what is with the inconsistency of signing on Interstate 80, PennDOT? Further up the road here, we meet this random county road here, as that will take you up to Jacksonville, Pennsylvania, as we're now going to be heading north towards Howard now. I mean, that's an okay choice. It is the last major town we'll be passing through. And here in Howard, we cross over this reservoir here with a spectacular view of these mountains. Man, this is a pretty scenic area. And after crossing over that reservoir, we end at Pennsylvania Highway 150, which is coincidental because Pennsylvania 150 ends at Pennsylvania Highway 26 further down the road. So then we turn around and doing southbound Pennsylvania 26. So we begin here on Pennsylvania Highway 150 here. As we can see, Pennsylvania Highway 26 is being signed for Howard directly. I mean, sure, if you want to get to State College from here, it is faster to take Pennsylvania 150 instead of hopping onto 26 here. But I would prefer to see something beyond Howard instead of just Howard by itself. And here we are going on the other direction as we're crossing over this reservoir once again. And here in Howard, we get our first mileage sign for southbound, and we get Bellefonte as our primary from 11 miles away. I mean, yeah, that's okay, because we're going to be turning into Interstate 99 pretty soon, and that'll take you to Pennsylvania 150, but Interstate 99 also will take you to State College, so I would prefer to see State College on here too, and just instead of Bellefonte by itself. And here at that same junction that we saw going northbound, we're now getting signed for Bellefonte still. I mean, once again, I would prefer to see State College instead. And here we meet with Interstate 80 once again, and we can see that we're now going to be turning into Interstate 99, and we're also reuniting with US Highway 220 here. And here we get reassurance shield for Interstate 99 and US 220, so that are pretty cool. And here's where Pennsylvania 26 splits off from Interstate 99 and US 220, as we're now getting signed for Pleasant Gap, which is an okay choice. As if you want to get to State College in Bellefonte, it is faster to stay on 99. Here in Pleasant Gap, we meet with Pennsylvania Highway 144. And now we get another mileage sign as we get State College on the top line from 9 miles away, and Huntington now is our primary from a good 40. So yay! Here we meet with the southern terminus of Pennsylvania Highway 150. And we can see that we're not getting a mention of Penn State, so that is pretty cool. And we're also still getting signed for State College. Here we meet with US Highway 322 once again, and going this direction, we can see that US 322 is getting signed for the university. Like, that is confusing. You can also get to the university also by staying on Pennsylvania Highway 26. So why are they signing the university for 322 as well? Is there something specific that you have to take 322 to get to a point on the campus, or can't you just stay on 26? In fact, here is that exit for Penn State University. So, like I said, you can get to it on Pennsylvania 26. So what is the point of signing it on US 322? Here we go right next to the campus as we're heading through downtown State College. And here's another one of Quartermatch's pictures, and we can see that US 322 business was given the acorn treatment, so this is totally a bummer thing. Like, I think that was only exclusive to the Erie area, but apparently not. And here we meet with Pennsylvania Highway 45 once again. We're not going to be concurrent with it as we head towards Huntington and Water Street. Here's where we split off from Pennsylvania Highway 45, and we're now still getting signed for Huntington from exactly 26 miles away. That is awesome. Here we get another mileage sign with Huntington still as our primary from exactly 26 miles away. And then further up the road, we're now getting Everett as our primary from 62 miles away. I mean, you could just do a one-liner here because Everett is smaller than Huntington, and Huntington is just fine being a one-liner here. You don't need to sign Everett until we're beyond downtown Huntington. And here in Huntington, we meet with US Highway 22, which for some reason is also getting signed for Water Street. No, this should be Altoona. Well, we're getting signed for Everett now, which is a okay choice because it's the last major place that we'll be passing through. And here, that reflects on our next mileage time, with Everett being from 40 miles away. And here we with Pennsylvania Highway 164 once again. And our next mileage time, we still get Everett from 24 miles away now. Too bad this mileage time isn't 2 miles further up the road. Here we meet the southern terminus of Pennsylvania Highway 36 once again, as it's now getting signed for Lewisburg. Yes, I get that Altoona's not being signed this direction because you would have had plenty of chances to get to Altoona instead of taking Pennsylvania 26 all the way down here to Pennsylvania 36 to head back up towards there. So Lewisburg is fine for 36. And now we're getting signed for Breezewood as our primary. If I don't like seeing on US 30 or Interstate 70 and 76, then I do not like seeing it on Pennsylvania Highway 26. Come on, PennDOT, that should be Chambersburg if you want to favor US Highway 30. Here we meet the road that will take you over to US Highway 30, getting signed for Bedford and Breezewood. I do not like those control cities. And here we get another mileage time, and now we're getting signed for Bedford from 9 miles away. Like, Everett's just fine as a one-liner here. If we were just saw a sign for 30 proper getting signed for Bedford or Breezewood, why are we getting signed for it now, PennDOT? And here in downtown Everett, we're now going to be joining with US Highway 30 Business once again. And then once we split off from Business US Highway 30, we're now getting signed for Clearville. I mean, Clearville is actually an unincorporated community, but what else are you going to sign south of here? Because there is practically nothing. Like, literally nothing. I mean, you could sign Interstate 68 as our primary because there is nothing out here, but I would not want to see Clearville here. No. And as we're leaving the Everett area, we're going under the Pennsylvania Turnpike once again. And since this road is very, very, very windy here in southern Pennsylvania, we have a 10-mile-an-hour advisory here telling us to be very, very careful around these curves. And here's our last major intersection with Pennsylvania Highway 484, which will take you over to Warfordsburg. And we're now going to be continuing south towards the state line and who knows where. And here we go. And after splitting off from Pennsylvania 44, we get one last mileage sign here with Hancock being our primary from 16 miles away. I mean, does anyone really see this mileage sign? Because I doubt that not that many people will be traveling Pennsylvania 26 south of Everett anyways. So I guess Hancock is okay, but I would prefer to see maybe like Cumberland or Baltimore instead, or just Interstate 68. And this is where Pennsylvania 26 officially ends at the Maryland state line, and this is where we turn into that one county road once again. And after that, following that county road, we meet with Scenic US 40 once again, and this time we're going to be heading west towards Cumberland now. And after that short drive, we're going to be turning onto this road here that will take us over to Interstate 68. And we end here at the Interstate 68 junction. So with that, we end Pennsylvania Highway 26 and we move on to the way it should be. So these are all the places that I think should be signed on Pennsylvania 26. Starting off with northbound, I would go with Everett, then Huntington, then State College, then Bellefonte until the split with Pennsylvania 150. Then I'd do Lock Haven until the split with Pennsylvania 64. And I'd do Williamsport / New York City because of Interstates 99 and 80. And after that, I would just go straight for Howard once US 220 joins Interstate 80. And then for southbound, I would go straight for State College, because it's odd signing Bellefonte on Pennsylvania 26 when it doesn't even go there. And after State College, then I would do Huntington, and after Huntington I would do Everett, and then after Everett, since there's like nothing out in southern Pennsylvania, I would just go straight for Interstate 68, because then you have the option to head west towards Cumberland or east towards Baltimore and Washington DC. And that ends Pennsylvania Highway 26. Thank y'all so much for watching this cool celebratory video on Pennsylvania Highway 26. I hope you got to know a little bit more about this highway, and I definitely would like to go on it someday, especially up in the State College area because State College looks like a pretty cool city to visit. Anyways, here are my next few highways. If you have any intersection requests for any of the upcoming highways, please let me know down in the comment section below and I'll make sure to shout you out once these highways release. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next week as we head over to the Midwest for USA. Bye!